A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're trying to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
They're going to look to throw. He's got it to Williams. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Let's go!
Ready.
55, back 55. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Yeah.
They'll run on first down. It's Rice. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Come on, QB, come on.
2nd and 2. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape, because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, watch the ball.
Now a draw play. It's Portis. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
60 clear. Let's go.
Back to throw. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. In for the score as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And now this throw complete to Washington. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Here we go, here we go.
80 weapon. Cut up.
They go play action here on first down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
I got one.
Now Wadley.
Go, go, run.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because we were hoping this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move left.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. And now it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Washington's got it. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Open man here is Conklin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They've punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Right back to him on 1st down. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. The first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Back to throw. Bradshaw, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. From 8 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Let's go.
The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Leonard Fournette. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, Fournette. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. On 1st down, it's Moore. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. 27 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball, too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. On 3rd down, Morrison. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
They're going to try and throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Ready? 90 Wolf.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Moore. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Good work, boy.
Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. He'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. 2nd and 3. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
You better talk to your boy.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Well, they need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. They're kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver, Josh Reynolds. And that'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
To throw on 3rd down, Morrison. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
No, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
They'll try and throw for it here. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2. Nice, sweetheart.
Let's go. Get it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now.
60 Pittsburgh.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
There's Dante Pettis as his guys head back out onto the field. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. They'll set up the screen to Fournette. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on second down, and that leads to a tough third down call. From the gun, Morrison. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but do you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
The coach is trending right now. There's no doubt about it. People wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter. 7. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Touchdown, baby. Let's go.
Derek Willis as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Hooked there by Nick Nelson.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 42.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Go, 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 run.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well. Boy, rough crowd. No football for 6 months already. We're skipping halftime. All right, let's get right back to the action. We're set for quarter 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the run, it's Fournette. He's got the first down and more past midfield. Fournette fighting through. 38 yards on the scamper there.
Let's go! Let's go!
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And between the last two plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Into the hands of Pettis. It's a jet sweep. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Brandon, if I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation. I think they're fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Check, Mike 42. Get that quarterback.
On 1st and 10, Bradshaw throwing left side here, and it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
Recon, 150, go.
To throw on 2nd down, Bradshaw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 56 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Bradshaw. And it's caught. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
It's going to be a long day.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Again, it's Fournette. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Now Fournette. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. That's Vince Williams who gets the sack.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
17 yards that time and a Washington 1st. Back to throw. Morrison toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Isaiah Crowell, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down, and this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 2nd down, Winslow takes to midfield, but no further, just a yard there. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. It was Nick Nelson that time who got a hand in to break that one up.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more, and, you know, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
53 at the mic. 53 at the mic.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Bradshaw, complete. Richardson has it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh 1st. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. 1st down, here's White. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there. I do.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Vince Williams able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Throwing on 3rd and long. Morrison.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
They'll get 34 yards there. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Morris, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Just like that.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. The Redskins on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd down and 12. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on 1st down. Morrison. Now a desperation throw. And it's just caught inside the 5. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one good for 37 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this. But, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead. But at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
on the set.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Opting to run again here with White. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. From the gun on 3rd down. Bradshaw. Open man is Lashley. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
Check 3, check 3.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Offside defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Encroachment defense.
Well, they didn't really have to earn that first down, did they?
Well, they're not having to earn much, are they? Back-to-back penalties. First was 1st and 5, and now they give them a first down.
Come on, baby, let's go.